All right, so let's talk about the week and how we did. So let's kind of go to, we were trading the spies quite a bit. Let's go to the spies. And this is the daily chart here. So this was the big collapse on, this was Thursday, this was Friday, and I'm guessing this was Thursday. Let me check here. This is the 20th. Yep. Okay, so Thursday, Friday, and then Monday the big sink, down 1,000 or 1,100 points, and then in the Dow Jones. So and then we popped back up, rebounded pretty nicely, and then we popped back somewhat. So still way below the 200-day moving average. If we kind of look at a weekly chart. What did we do? Well, we basically hit right here, didn't we? So this is October's lows here, and we basically touched that. That acted as some support or some memory recognition of other traders and where other people stepped in. So I heard someone say that they believe we can go to like 1,600-ish, 1,500-ish. Which would be a big fall. So I don't know. So we just play them day by day as we see them, right? So we traded the spies pretty well throughout the week. We made money in numerous trades. Those of you who are following and doing the same thing that few of us are doing, we played the upside and the downside. What we were doing was we were really taking 1 minute to 5 minute to 15-minute charts. So taking a look at it, and we also use Bollinger Bands a lot through the trading week. So if I'll go to a 15-minute chart. So we're playing the squeezes. So when they squeeze together, again, the moving average is crossed. The 10-day is the blue line. The polka dotted line is the 20-day line. So that one crossed up. That gave us a really good move, and then it stayed flat for most of the day today. This was yesterday going into the close, and I was short. I was playing the downside, and I sold right around here. I lost about 10%. I was making money down in here. I should have gotten out and taken my profit. So going into next week, I honestly don't know what's going to happen. No one knows, right? So I do know that at the end of the day today, we had some bigger volume. At the end of the day, yesterday, we had some bigger volume. You can see the big green bars down here, the spikes. And, I don't know. So the VIX, we don't really talk a lot about the VIX, but the VIX is a fear indicator. If we look at the daily chart, it's at the all-time high, right? It spiked up. This was on Monday, and then it's kind of dropped down a little bit. So, but it's still pretty high. So it's obviously some uncertainty out there. A friend of mine, Steve Burns, he took this trade. I thought this trade was pretty unique. He's a great trader. So we used the 50-day and the 200-day. What he did was he bought some. We buy puts, but what he did was he bought the SQQ, and I'll show that here in a second. But and he buys stock. I'm not sure how much he does with options, but what we could do here, we're going to wait for Monday, see how it reacts. If it kind of jumps up here, I might buy some puts on the Qs, giving us a fantastic risk slash reward in this one for a potential. Some people think this is just a bounce for another move lower. So if that's the case, now if we gap down on Monday, we're SOL. But it might give us a chance. I don't know. So that's a potential trade that I'll be looking at in the early next week, Monday, Tuesday. Like I was saying, he was playing the SQQ, Q. And this is a so you basically this is just the short index. It's you're betting on the stock going down. You just be buying the stock, but I know it's kind of confusing, but this is just an inverted ETF. That's all it is. So if that makes sense. What else are we looking at? Facebook. I did get into this. We'll use the 10 and the 20-day moving average. I've got a stop underneath the 10-day moving average here. It's above the 50-day moving average. It's one of the better ones that's acting well. The MACD is starting to curl up. We realized some positive volume coming into it, so it looks like it could have some more upside potential. I'm not playing it for an all-time high breakout. I'm just playing it for maybe potentially to get back up here, the 95-ish area. Just take a few trades now. If we start collapsing, obviously I'll take my profit and get out, but something to take a look at if you are in it. Netflix, we've been looking at this one all the time too. Now it's above all the moving averages, above the 50-day. Really, when you get into this one was on Wednesday when it started breaking above the 50-day moving average. We should have put a stop underneath the 50 moving average and had a pretty a good day, and then a good day on the 27th, and which was on Wednesday, and then Thursday it petered out a little bit, but it's still above the moving averages. So if you are in that one, I would stick with that one. Maybe just kind of raise your stop in that one. USO, I did put in the chat room that I like this one. We finally kind of found a low, hopefully. Who knows? We don't know, right? So, but gigantic volume indicating a trend reversal, and my stop will be underneath the 10-day moving average, but this one looks good, hopefully. And as you can see, big volume. So, and it's been sold, it's oversold, and now we're expecting some kind of a bounce. Someone did tweet out that when oil goes up, it's not necessarily good for the market, so something else to consider, another weakness for the market. So that's what we're kind of looking at. FXI, this is the China, Shanghai. So basically, I don't. It looked like it tried to find a little bit of bottom. It was down a little bit. See if it can start reclaiming the 10-day moving average consistently, maybe possibly to get back in for another trend reversal, a bigger trade for us longer term traders, meaning 2 or 3 months out on options, taking our profit when it gets probably back up to the 41-ish area, and getting out and taking our money. So wait for a consolidate again, and get another base going on this one. So FXI. So that's about it. The Russell, if we look at the Russell, starting to reclaim the 10-day moving average, still in a downtrend. If we look at the 50 and the 200, it's way below the 200-day moving average. Again, these lines are starting to cross. Do expect some of a little bounce, but move lower. However, the Qs look the best if you want a short opportunity to buy some puts. And I'll be looking to do that. But that looks like a great trade as well. And some negative volume here on the last day. So I don't know coming into Monday. We may have missed this one, but we might move up a little bit, might gap up a little bit on Monday, and then fall down. Okay, that's what I'm expecting. So I'll take my profit in Facebook and get out and put some money into the QQQs with some puts. But I'll put that in the trade room. You guys, we had a great week. This is probably the best week we've had out of the, for me personally. I know I've just started the online course and the chat thing here and the private coaching, but for me personally, had the best week ever. When a lot of people, I'm sure, lost their shirts on this gigantic move down. So if you are trading or if you're just starting to learn, do it on paper. Take some of these trades on paper and start playing around. Just get on the bike. You're going to fall down and scrape your knees. You're going to get some losses. Don't over trade, and don't trade too much in terms of size and position. So, and if you're looking to grow your account, take some of these longer trend trades versus just the 50-cent trades, because you're going to have to do a lot of them, especially if you're not trading a lot of size in your 50 cent trade strategy. So anyway, this is Jeff signing off. Have an awesome weekend. Take care. Bye.